What's happening, everybody? This is Brian over at BPL Sports Cards and Collectibles, coming back at you with another video. This video here is my top 5 picks. Top 5 picks to flip this year's playoff in the NBA season. And we just got word that it's going to be happening late this July. With the league now finally coming to terms with everything, and we have summer camp coming up, very short 8-game playoff series for any of the outside bubble teams to try to make their way into the playoffs, force their way in there, and chase that glory for a ring. We're going to talk about my five picks that could do some damage and improve their value throughout the playoffs. Before I get into that, stop what you're doing. Let's commiserate and listen, and smash that like button. Hit the like button for this video. I'd much appreciate it if you do. Give the channel a subscription. Hit that notification bell so that way every time I release a new video, you're notified of it and you get to watch what's going on here. Also, do me a favor and leave a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you think your sleeper picks are this year for the NBA playoffs, and who you might see investing or flipping this coming season. All right, guys, pick number 5. We're going to start with pick number 5. Michael Porter Jr. for the Denver Nuggets. This guy here was a 14th pick in the 2018 draft. I'm suggesting him at my number 5 pick as a short-term flip for this year's playoffs. Dirt cheap right now, guys. Pick him up now and watch this guy do something in the playoffs and watch his cards go through the roof. This guy has some major potential long-term. I'm just going to stick with the short-term flip game with these guys because this guy could get hot. He has the ability to throw the 3-ball in, could make a potential game winner, get hot. You'll see the prices go up, man. You'll see a lot of prices go up. So far this year, in 48 games, he was averaging just about 7.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, and just about one assist. Denver is probably either 3rd or 4th overall in the West right now. They could move up and they could move down. It depends what goes on in the top 8. The Western Conference has probably 6 teams fighting it out for the 8th seed. These guys are in the upper half of that, so they shouldn't drop too far. And I would see Michael Porter's cards going up. His hoops cards right here, his base hoops, the Don Ross rated rookies, still cheap. Get them now. That way you can hold on to them and flip them for some small profit during the playoffs this year. I got a feeling that they could go deep and they could make a pretty good run at a championship. Denver is a high-powered team, and they have some decent pieces there with Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, and this guy here could play a big factor for them guys coming off the bench. He may even get a start. If they shake things up in their starting 5, you never know. But he's my pick for number 5. 5 playoff flip now picks. Coming in at number 4. Number 4 is going to be Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies. He is drafted in the 2018 draft. He's an all-rookie that year for the Grizz. The Grizz are the 8th seed in the West. They are fighting to hold their playoff lives on the line. They are on the bubble. And this guy here, paired with his newly found partner in crime, Ja Morant, are looking to hold on to that 8th seed. And they're going to do everything they can to advance, maybe jump a spot. It could be possible for them guys to get ahead of somebody and play a little more at ease in the playoffs. This past week, I just picked up this 2-spot lot of the Prism Emergence for $2, guys. $2 out there. Go check the eBay comps. You can get these guys fairly cheap. Short-term flip with these guys. You can go out there and find the rated rookie Don Ross. I also have the freshman phenoms for Prism and the gold foil faces of the future NBA hoops. Power forward has a lot of potential coming out of Memphis. Like I said, that 1-2 combination with Ja Morant. I can't see this guy's cards not doing some interesting value this coming playoff season. It could be an exciting time for these guys. They're a young core group of players looking to establish their name for themselves in the West and shock some people. They could potentially shock a few teams. And this guy is one of the cornerstones of that team. They're gonna be a force to reckon with, and I can't see that picking up his cards on the low end right now. Trying to get his optic stuff or base prisms. I don't have any base cards besides this one here, but I'm just holding on to these guys until the playoffs start and wait and see after the 8-game playoff session and see what happens if they're still in the playoffs. That could really drive value up for Jaren Jackson Jr. So, with my 4th pick, that's going to be Jaren Jackson. My third pick for this flip video is De'Aaron Fox of the Sacramento Kings. De'Aaron Fox was drafted 5th overall in the 2017 draft by the Sacramento Kings. He was an all-rookie in that draft class. Here I have a Optics Rookie Kings and a Prestige rookie card. But I'm going to stress that you look into getting second-year cards of a few of these players. Second-year status is always something good. Second-year optic and second-year contenders is always good because we know De'Aaron Fox cards were cheap for a while, but they're slowly climbing in value. Getting your hands on any of his second-year stuff, third-year stuff, such as Mosaic, which I know is really hot right now. You can't even find it anywhere. I was lucky to get this from a lot that I bought online. His stuff is going to be crazy. He is not in the playoff hunt. They are looking to be in the playoffs. They're looking to try to jump that 8th seed, but they got some work to do. And I believe for the long term, he is the guy you want to invest in. One of the guys I would pick to invest in because he's got some very, very high potential ceiling for the Sacramento Kings. They have a lot of pieces down there, and they could look to do some damage in the future. My honorable mention, his teammate, Marvin Bagley III. These two guys are going to be a pretty good wrecking crew in Sacramento for a few years to come, as long as they keep that core group of guys together. And this year he is averaging 20 points a game, 4 rebounds a game, and just about 7 assists a game. And that was only the course of 45 games that he played so far before the shutdown. But this guy is going to explode come the start of the NBA season again, and I'm going to watch his prices go through the roof if he has some crazy electric games. Like I said, second-year stuff is really popular. If you can get your hands on his rookies, any of his rookies, prisms, that set has gone through the roof. Optics, colored, anything colored is a good investment. I would say short-term and long-term, I would look into getting a lot of his cards. His cards are going to do a lot of damage. There's a few players from that draft that I have, as you can see in the background. Somebody else I'm going to be talking about later in this video. And he's a guy that could definitely... They got some pieces in Sacramento. And Sacramento is a sleeper team. I think they have the potential to break through that 8th seed, but they got to fight Memphis to hammer it out. And I think that's going to be an exciting playoff series, even if they get a chance to get in there. Those 8 games are going to be crucial to anybody in a bubble hanging on for their playoff lives. So, with my my third pick, that is De'Aaron Fox. All right, guys. Pick number 4 is going to be Shea Gilders Alexander, OKC Thunder. This guy here was originally drafted by the Clippers. Los Angeles picked him up in the first round of the 2018 draft pick class. Short term, I'm looking for to flip video is going to be picking up his cards dirt cheap and then holding on to them for the playoffs. This guy has a lot of potential, could very well explode in value, and it's just he's going to be fun to watch. He's playing alongside Chris Paul in OKC now. He was traded from LA to OKC. This is a second-year optic card now, and he will be playing point guard for these guys for some time. And he's got a very high potential ceiling, and he's going to be playing a lot of games. He's going to probably be taking over for Chris Paul if they don't see Paul playing there for any length of time. This guy has an amazing game. He's in 63 games this year before the shutdown. He was averaging about 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, and about 3 assists. So this guy is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs. I can only see his cards going up. I got these 2 cards here for probably about $3 in a lot by themselves. One being rookie and one the second year card. I do have an NBA Hoops Faces the Future rookie year card, just a base foil, and a couple of freshman phenoms that I had grabbed. I got this for $2 on eBay, and I've had this one since I pulled it out of the pack since 2018. Don't have a lot of his cards. I'm just not investing a ton of stuff into him because I'm just turning around and trying to flip it as much as I can through those 8 games to see where OKC is in the playoffs. They could move up. They could make a strong push for a higher seeding. But for my 4th pick is going to be Shea Gilders Alexander. Try to get any of his cards. The 2018 draft class has exploded onto the scene. Those guys are doing big things. Actually, the last 3 years, every draft class has had some sort of crazy major jump in popularity and value. So, with my 4th pick for OKC, this guy here, SGA. All right, guys. Pick number 5. I'm going to get into him for a second, but I'm going to remind everybody to go ahead and smash that like button. Just slam dunk it, guys. And give us a subscription and hit the notification bell. But before I get into the rest of this stuff, let's get to number 5. Number 5. My man, Jason Tatum. This dude is a beast, I'm telling you. His cards have gone through the roof in value. You can't get any of his rookie cards. I was lucky enough to basically stash a whole bunch of them before his popularity and fame, and this is the future of my team right here, Boston. This year is going to be crazy. These guys could go deep into the playoffs. They are like the 3rd seed in the East this year. I don't see them losing any steam. This dude is going to be it. He is the cream of the crop in that team, building the future around this guy with Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker. So many good pieces. They're looking to hold on to Gordon Hayward. Time will tell. It's a short season this year, guys. Maybe they'll give him a contract, but like I said, this guy is what you're looking to get. I would suggest not trying to go for any of his rookie cards. If you're lucky enough to find them for a cheap price, go for it, because they're only going up in value. This guy's stuff has risen so high in the last 2 years. I can't see it coming down unless he gets injured, which I'm hoping he doesn't, and this guy just plays out of his mind. So what I'm going to stress for people this coming playoff season, second year version cards, guys. Second years. Such as the contenders, 18-19 contenders. I have a few of those. Hoops. This is the 18-19 hoops. Status. A couple of status cards. 2018-19 status is a rookie year, is doing $25. You got Don Ross. Another one. all the parallels you can find. Certified. If you can get your hands on anything, this is an insert, the Energizers set. This is kind of a cool looking card. I like that. I may even try to send that off to get graded. Who knows? Hoops, Threads from 2018 is another big second year card. This is another insert card. You can see in the background I have the Dazzle version of that card. Kind of pops with the sparkles. Like I said, parallels. Go for parallels, guys. Second year select, that's gonna start rising in prices. I've already looked at some of these on eBay. Even second year prisms is starting to get out of hand, and I am lucky enough to have the red, white, and blue, or prism of his cards. Second year card. I collect him, or I PC him quite a bit, and here's another second year status. That is the Aqua. And that was a retail option. You got another 2018 Prism. This is a Prism version of the Go Hard or Go Home insert set. You got base threads. You got hoops. You got Get Out the Way and Lights, Camera, Action. Insert cards, man. I just gobble them up as much as I can. Whenever I see them for cheap, just get them. This dude is going to be crazy good for the long term. I can't not see Boston not getting another championship with this guy at the helm. I believe he's the second coming of my other favorite PC guy, Paul Pierce, the Truth. And I can't not see this guy's stuff going up in value even more than it is. If you're lucky enough to get any of his cards, hold on to him long term. I think this year I'm going to be throwing some of these second year stuff up in on eBay. Try to make my money back on some of those. I just held on to him for as long as I could. But he is my number 1-5 pick here for flips of this year's NBA playoffs. So, in recap, we have Jason Tatum. We have Shea. Gilders Alexander. We have De'Aaron Fox coming in behind him. Watch out for Sacramento. Could be dangerous this year. Next, Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Grizz. And watch out for the sleeper pick, guys. Could be throwing a 3-ball, killing your daggers in there. Michael Porter Jr. for the Nuggets. Alright, guys. That's my 5 picks for flips this year in the NBA playoffs. I want to say thank you for stopping by and checking out the video. And we'll see you next time. Peace.